My name is Adil Ospanov, and right now I will present you my TOK exhibition. So the eye prompts that I have chosen is what challenges are raised by the dissemination and or communication of knowledge. And the theme of my exhibition is knowledge and technology. So let's start. Since the early 2000s, technology has developed greatly and has become a part of human life, and we even can't imagine our life without the mobile phones, laptops, computers, notebooks, and other um, modern devices. So, with the improvement of technology, the speed of transferring data, information, and communication between people has been greatly increased also. However, this speed of information dissemination has its own drawbacks and problems that can have a negative impact on the people's life. And I will prove it you with the three objects that I have chosen. The first object is a fake coronavirus information in WhatsApp. So when the coronavirus pandemic only started, someone sent me a message saying that the phones should be turned off during some disinfection, since radiations that phones emit can affect the person, therapy, cause some diseases. Of course, I did not believe this because, according to the content of the message, disinfection was carried out in Russia but not in my country. However, this news was also sent to not only for me but also to other people who could believe it and could lead to the misunderstanding or even panic. So nowadays, like over 3 million billion and spam and fake messages are sent around the globe, which have a negative impact on people, so they can cause misunderstanding between people and panic, and also some dangerous situations as hacks. When, for example, nowadays there are a lot of hackers who send fake messages with the message like you need to send some money to help the orphan children, but it's not reliable, and they will just earn your money for themselves. So the fake messages that are disseminated can lead to the consequences as disinformation, hacks, panics, and misunderstanding due to the modern technological development. The second object is the pirate site for watching films. And New technological opportunities appears that can cause difficulties for some individuals. For example, most of people using pirate sites for to watch films, and one of the popular sites is Jureska. Actually, I'm also using the sites because there are no every movie on the streaming platforms that I'm using. Also, actually, I'm using not a long time ago to watch the film Wonder for my English lessons. So the sites like Juresca, which shows the content of big companies, do not pay money to the producers to show the content on their site, as most of the official platforms, streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, and others do. Thus, the big brands are losing their profits that they can use and they could have had if people went to the cinemas or paid for subscription on official platforms. So unofficial sites that shows payable content uh, take away significant profits from some from companies who need it very much or who do not have larger audience because they can simply disappear. Moreover, it can affect to the people who just like to watch films because with less profit, less money will be added to the next films, which will cause a lot of problems as graphics, um, less actors, and other. So the main issue of dissemination of the film is the less profit for the companies. And the last object is James Gunn's tweet for which he was fired from Marvel and Disney. About 3 years ago, there was a hype that James Gunn, director of the Galaxy from the Marvel Universe, was fired for his 10 years old tweet on the Twitter, which was kinda rude. According to the director himself, he wrote these tweets for joke, as a joke, but as most people didn't understand it, and they began to spread this tweet around every social medias and blame and convey him, which even reached Disney and Marvel where he worked. And after learning this tweet, he was fired. And actually, this can be called culture when a person could is writing something on the social medias at like for a joke, but most people did not understand it and began to convict him and blame him or her on social networks. In this case, Disney fired him. When I knew this information in some uh, channel in the YouTube, and I can't really understand it, and I thought that it is wrong since it was a long time ago, and for this time he could be changed. So you can see that due to the development of the technology people spread information quickly, and according to this example, it could have bad consequences for someone. So another problem is the spread of news can destroy someone's life, and most of all, the stars who are known for the whole country or the world are unprotected for this. So it can even destroy their life or career. And in conclusion, the dissemination of information and rapid communications between people thanks to the technology has disadvantages that affect people. However, this also the dissemination and communication has also advantages that simplify our life and without which we can't imagine our life and live without it. For example, mobile phones or social medias where we can news we from which we every day knew something new. After all, we are people, very curious creatures.